So hey guys, what's up? Welcome back. Well, my name is Aditya Pratap Singh and this video, trust me, this video is very unique. Why? Because this is probably for the very first time that IPM student gets a chance to describe about their PI round experience. Now there are a lot of videos on YouTube wherein students are describing about their preparation journey, but not as such about their PI round, right? So I thought, why not let's make such a video, and for that I have with me Sanjana. She is All India rank 19 of this year's Amindore examination, and she would be giving a complete A to Z in PI round experience which she had, and all your doubts will be cleared, all your questions will be answered, right from what are the actual questions which are asked in the interview to what and all goes on to what is the actual weightage of your candidate profile form. So everything will be covered. And before moving on, I want you to like this video. Let's keep a like target of 50. Come on, you guys can do that, right? And also share this among your friends who are preparing for the examination. And without wasting any time, let's get started. Right. So now, why don't you give us a very from start to end of your IM interview experience? How did it go when you got in? You saw the number of interviews. So how many were there? And was there any like specific dress code which you had followed? And how long did your interview go? What were the questions asked? And yeah, so just touch all these questions and give us a proper brief, like overall experience which you had in your PI round.
Okay, so when I went in, we had two interviewers, and as far as I know, everybody had two interviewers in IM indoor interview. And
Okay.
as I went in, and regarding the dress code, I wore a business formal, like I wore a shirt and a blazer. And it's really not necessary for you to wear blazers, like for girls. I don't think it's really necessary. Even you can, it is okay with a kurti, but like don't go for like very shiny
Ekdam.
color t-shirts and everything. Don't go for all those. Like it should be formal enough. They don't go for casual ways. And even for boys, maximum of them wore a shirt and a blazer or a shirt and a tie, like the formal dress. That will do. And there were two interviewers. Actually, in this year, no one were asked much of HR questions. Like to me, they didn't even ask my intro. They just asked me to show my like Aadhaar card or any other photo ID proof, and then they asked me my stream. I said commerce with maths, and then one professor he started by asking accountancy questions. Like in my interview, around 70 to 75% questions were from academics. So these kind of, it was like a basic question, like any commerce student who has studied commerce in grade 11 and 12 can answer if they have revised the topic. And then accounts, there were seven questions, around seven questions, and then they went to economics. In economics, they asked about balance of payments, and then they asked about national income, and then they asked whether like net exports will be included or not included, and all those, whether net exports can exceed GDP and all of those. They asked around 4 to 5 questions in economics. And then as I had maths in my grade 11 and 12, they went to maths. And I guess even if you're not having maths, they might ask you a very basic maths questions because maths is really necessary for IPM program. They asked me two maths questions. One was a simple straight line graph. They asked me to draw the graph. It was something like y is equal to 4x plus 2. A very simple like math graph. I showed them in the camera and they asked me what are the corner points, like two corner points. And after that, one more question was a probability question. And all these academic related questions were asked by one professor. And then I actually answered like 95% of all the academic questions. And when the other professor, he asked a lot of questions about my place, like place listen, I am from Coimbatore. And the first question he asked me was, is where is Yerkal? I knew that it is in Tamil Nadu, but I didn't know in which district it was, my place. And also, he asked me like Tirupur is again a nearby district of Coimbatore. It is a hub for exports, like garment exports. Like what are the other hubs that you know? I knew that Coimbatore was a hub for cotton textile, so I told him that answer. And after that, he asked me like what are compressors used for? Because compressors and motors are manufactured in my district. Everything had to do something with my own place. And after that, he asked me like about one question about caste, like Chettiars are like more in number in Tamil Nadu. What are the castes that are more in number in North India? And whatever I knew, I said, like everything was somewhere or the other related to my state, like my place. They did not ask me any current affairs or GK question. Like I would say all these were some kind of like general awareness that I should be knowing about my place, that the place from where I am. So after that, my interview was over, and I think two questions of the like related to my city, I didn't know. I apologized to that sir. I said, sorry sir, I really don't know, I'll definitely get to know. But they were like, okay, they did not demotivate me because I did not know an answer. And even at the end, I apologized and I told them that I will definitely get to know. And it told, it's okay, you were really good. And then I left the meeting. I said thank you, and then I left the meeting. It was a good interview, overall a good interview. It was around for 13 minutes, I guess, like not more than 15 minutes, like 13 to 15 minutes. That was the duration of my interview.
Okay. So to the students who are watching, so in case you have cleared your examination, so just get to know about your place, your surroundings,
Yeah.
and like kind of each and everything which is related. It is because in my when I had given the examination, we didn't have a personal interview round. So even I don't have much experience of the same thing. I'm also getting to know from Sanjana itself. So we had a VBA thing. Well, that's another story. So did they ask you, any extempore topic to explain or
No,
something?
actually, IPM Rohtak's interview will have an extempore. Like it's a part of the interview, but indoor they did not ask.
So this PI round, can it be done in Hindi or any other regional language?
I am not sure, but I guess it's just my guess. I think it should be done only in English, but because even in my batch, many people are having this issue. But everybody, like all the interviews, they said that do it in English. Even if the question is coming in Hindi or some other regional language, just do it in English. You reply in English.
So moving on, a very important question, like before the PI round, even I had got a lot of people, kind of DM me on Instagram and in the comment section. And usually, a lot of students had this doubt regarding the filling of the candidate profile form, right? So I myself had also made a video on that. You can check that as well. But coming to the importance of the candidate profile form. So why don't give a brief introduction about your profile which you had filled up? What were the points you mentioned, and what would an ideal profile form look like? The importance of it, like during your IIM interview, did they even kind of check your profile form, and did they ask any questions related to that? So tell us about this.
So the candidate profile form, like while filling that, even I was having a lot of doubts. Like, can I include this achievement? Can I not include? Like, how should the second question? The second question was, why did you choose IPM? And like, what are your career plans? These were the second question. I didn't know how long should it be and everything. Even I was having a lot of doubts. So what I did was, for the achievements, I did mention all the achievements that I felt I should. Like I had a consolation prize in the national level commerce bazaar that was conducted by ICAI, and I even had a cash prize of rupees 500. So that I felt it should be mentioned. It was a national level competition. So I mentioned that, and I even mentioned the public speaking one. And then I was a part of my school's basketball team. I mentioned that, and I also was the associate school pupil leader and the head girl. And also, like I had got the like diligence award. That award is like for the outstanding performer of each year. Like, so I mentioned that. So all these kinds of achievement I did mention. Like I had around 7 to 8 achievements. We cannot mention the prizes that we got in the school level competitions. Like inside the school, we used to have a lot of competition. We cannot mention all this. And coming to the second question, mine was a bit a lengthier answer for the second question. Like it went around for 400 words, but everybody else were telling 200 is okay. But like I felt I didn't want to cut short anything because I wanted them to know. I included all the personal touch in that answer. Like I said, why for me it is suitable. The qualities in me that makes me suitable for this course, like the leadership skills, the communication skills, etc. And how did I like realize my passion for management, like through the experience that I had being the student council. The personal interview, I think, is a judgment, like where they judge your personality, they judge who you are, because academics is tested in the aptitude test itself. So they should know who you are. So have a personal touch. So I felt even if it was a 400 word long, I didn't want to cut anything, and I mentioned only those which I felt it was necessary for the interviewers to know. And regarding the relevance of it in my personal interview, I did not have any kind of questions regarding that. But what I felt was they did not ask a lot of HR questions, because they asked those two questions in the candidate profile form itself. I felt they read that, and only then they did not repetitively ask the same question in the actual PI.
Why IPM is like a very broad topic. So what you can do, I mean, I said in that video, just write down your previous experiences which you had, the things you learned from it, the managerial aspect of it, the things you learned from those, whatever responsibilities and experience you had, interested in performing those activities more and more. So, and then you got to know about IPM, and then you can write a little bit of IPM as to why it is a very good course, and you need to draw connection with the IPM syllabus and your interest, or your
passion and interest.
Yeah, exactly. So make that connection, and then express your feelings as to, like, why you should select me, and once I get in, I will it will help me in so and so things, and I will work on improving them even more. So that is the, I mean, that is like the best way to answer that particular question. So if someone doesn't have a great past qualification, like a good academic history, so then should they worry about it?
I guess no. Like regarding the 10th and 12th marks, Indore does not give any percentage for past academics, whereas Rohtak and JIPMAT does give. And regarding the co-curricular achievements, extracurricular achievements, I know a lot of people from my batch who cleared and who are a part of IIM Indore right now. They just wrote nil in the place of achievements. They did not write anything. But even then, they got selected. I heard like from 5 to 6 people who did that also. So it is not really necessary for you to have a lot of extracurricular activities, a lot of co-curricular activities. If you are having a national level certificate also, it will just put a good impression of you, and it will just add some extra 2-3 points for you in the personal interview. But you can cope up that one in the actual interview. You can impress them with the way you speak, their answers and everything. You can definitely cope that up. It's not really necessary for you to have all those three.
So it was a quite informative video, and I hope that you guys like it. And before going, Sanjana, any advice to the juniors who are watching this video right now?
So for regarding PI, just don't lose your confidence. Even if you're asked 2, 3, 4 questions that you don't know, don't lose your confidence. Just tell them politely that you don't know. Sorry, sir, or sorry, ma'am, I don't know. And the next question would be an easy one. So because of that pressure, don't leave on the easy questions. You will face an easy question in the upcoming questions. So be sure about your answers. Be confident enough. Don't get tense. Like not only for PI, even during the aptitude test, be confident and know, like do the questions that you know, answer the questions that you know. If you don't know, leave that. Don't put like so much of efforts and time into the questions that you don't know.